We're going to start. Have we started? Okay, good morning. Wonderful. Remind me your name again? Xander?
Yep.
Xander. Xander's been here at the lot for 2 years, and we're talking this morning about coffee and sourcing. And Xander has some pretty wise words about just the kind of awareness that brings benefits to everybody involved in the life of consumption
Yeah, totally.
and economics. Do you want to come give a few of your thoughts
Oh my God! Wait, I have a mic.
to the world? Is that mic on?
I think.
No.
Oh.
Let's
Yes.
get-
Yes. Hello. Hello.
So Xander, I was saying that I like buying this coffee that I have that my friend roasts, and he used to work at Marlowe and Sons, and then he started his own company called Pipe and Tabor, and he sends me a bag of coffee every month or two. And they're about $24, $25 each, and a lot of people are like, oh my God, that's a lot of money. But it's the best coffee I've ever had. It makes me feel great. And it comes from family farms, like small farms that he's personally in touch with, and he sources from them. And so what do you think about these things?
Yeah, I mean, just as a barista alone, I would say I think it's definitely doing your own research on coffee is definitely super important. I think the more you do on it, the more you find of all the actual malpractices in the coffee industry, whether that be over roasting, just like as you talked about earlier, all the pesticides and different chemicals that we're now putting into transport these beans across the world to Starbucks or whichever different business they are sending
Ooh.
these beans to.
Starbucks. You're bringing it hard against Starbucks right now.
Oh, I'm a big Starbucks hater. I have not stepped in foot in a Starbucks in 9 years, and I'm keep up that number, and I keep an active tally because I'm very
Yeah.
proud of that number.
Well, that makes two of us.
But to the point that we were truly saying, yeah, I think about support like purchasing from small roasters and things like that. I think you can expand this to really any kind of consumer product, but specifically in our day and age where we have so much information or so much lack of information, I think it's really important to purchase your goods from places that you know where they come from, that you have hands in, maybe not hands in the line of production, but you can at least see the line of production and understand where things are moving, understand where the money is moving. And so when you do inevitably make your decision and purchase the type of coffee or the type of shoes or truly whichever thing it is,
Right.
you know exactly where your money is going and not to some anonymous middleman who's collecting it to push profit margins, but you
Right.
can actually support the people out on the farms doing the hard work, getting their hands dirty to make the beans, the people out in the factories that are sewing your clothes, that are going day in and day out. Like
Right.
there are ways that you can support these people by doing your research and being intelligent about your purchases.
Ooh. I love this. I love this talk. Being intelligent. That's it. We've been charged. We've all been charged
Yeah,
with.
that's your goal. That's my goal for y'all this morning, to be intelligent. Not saying you aren't already.
These are unforgettable words and sentiments. And if we forget them, well, that's on us.
Wait, we got it on video.
Okay. Oh, my God. Well, thank you
Absolutely.
for this interview. I think, you know who would agree?
Who?
Well, would you drop that needle on track number 1? I think
Absolutely.
Alice Coltrane and Charlie Hayden would agree. Here we go. Wow. All right. All right, so there actually is an issue here. Issue. Technical. I know you're all dying to know, like, what is it? Right? So fascinating. Usually, all right, shush. Usually the line in. You ready for this? The line in for the 1/8 inch goes to channel 2, usually. And for some reason today it's in channel 1. And it's just not getting the amplitude and the power and the voltage it deserves, okay? So we need to talk about this, okay? So whenever you want to talk about it, you know, I'm ready to talk about it. So I don't think you're ready to talk about it. But if you're ready, I'm ready. To talk about it. Yeah, so I can't say what's going on here. I brought my, I made a couple playlists, some vinyl stuff and some digital stuff. But my digital, yeah, it's not happening. It's just not happening. Let's see if I can make some improvements here. Yeah, something sounds weird. Like it's getting half the signal or something. It sounds really just weird. All right. You know, I hope this is entertaining. watching me flail around. I don't know. My plans. All right. So we listened to some Alice Coltrane, some Simone Shaheen, and now I have some like. I know what to do in these situations. You know what happens when life brings you down? You know what you do? You get on your haunches. You just get back up on that horse. You go find a little step ladder, and you try your best to get back up on the horse. And you just gotta put one foot in front of the next person's foot, so that you're cutting them in line, and that's how you get ahead in life. When life tries to knock you off the ropes, you just try to spring back by pushing someone else off of the stage, and that's how you do it. That's how you do it in life. My grandfather used to say, he always used to say stuff like that. And thank God I had the memory of a horse. My grandmother used to always say that. I had a horse's memory, and I also have a goat's sense of balance. And she always used to compliment me on both of those things, and thank God I remember that. And perhaps that's why she used to say that, because my memory works good, and so does my balance. I was going to be a gymnast, actually. Everything was working out right, but guess who? You know who came along and threw that off. You know who it was. I don't have to tell you. Of course, it was Charlie. Of course, it was him. Never forgive him. Never forgive, never forget. Those are Xander's words, not mine. Should we just do, let's just take requests today. Let's just take character requests. Improvised impersonation Mondays. Tell me who you want me to be, and I'll be that person to the best of my abilities. Right now, live. Because who honestly cares? Pushing buttons, pulling knobs. That's not what you think it means. It's not what you think it means. Stop it. Pulling knobs. Listen to you. You're sick. You're disgusting. You sicken me with that pornographic mind of yours. Honestly. Who raised you? Do you ever think about that? Do you ever think about who raised you? Does that ever cross your mind? There's this really brutal Zappa quote that I see circulating on my impeccably curated social channels. It's like if you're the kind of person that listened to your parents and your teachers and your priest growing up, and you are where you are in life, and you got no one to blame but yourself. And it's a great, great quote. And it's brutal. It's really, really harsh. Because I agree with it in some context, and I completely disagree with it. We're all screwing each other up. You know what I mean? It's everyone's fault. Especially Charlie, that mother lover. He was just so handsome, I couldn't. The way he touched me, but... then at that point, as soon as he stole our, seventh child, that was it. I drew a line right there. I was like, you kidnapped the others and I let you get away with it. But at a certain point, you got to draw a line and just feel like, this is gaslighting. You just got to say, you know what? You're not a good person. And I'm okay with that. That's perfectly acceptable. I've witnessed enough. And enough, you know what that is? That's right. You said it. It's enough. So, I mean, and if you're listening, I hope your partner's name isn't Charlie, because I don't have anything good to say about Charlies. They're just a kick in the pants. It's just like a horse, just, you know, when they do that. That's what he did to me. Straight into my... Good talks. Yeah, so I guess I'm not going to be playing anything off my laptop today. We'll see. Who cares, right? I figure if I fuck up a lot, it'll just be fun for you to watch me fail. But I have the solution. I always have the solution. Listen to this solution. Anything ever goes wrong, you're just gonna hear this.
Extraño tu alegría, linda Marianela. No entiendo tu reproche, no te vayas de mí.
Extraño tu alegría, linda Marianela. No entiendo tu reproche, no te vayas de mí.
La culpa no la tengo de quererte tanto. Culpables son tus ojos que me hicieron feliz.
La culpa no la tengo de quererte tanto. Culpables son tus ojos que me hicieron feliz.
Extraño tu alegría, linda Marianela. No entiendo tu reproche, no te vayas de mí.
Extraño tu alegría, linda Marianela. No entiendo tu reproche, no te vayas de mí.
La culpa no la tengo de quererte tanto. Culpables son tus ojos que me hicieron feliz.
La culpa no la tengo de quererte tanto. Culpables son tus ojos que me hicieron feliz. Mi linda Marianela, no te vayas de mí. Culpables son tus ojos que me hicieron feliz. Mi linda Marianela, no te vayas de mí. Culpables son tus ojos que me hicieron feliz. Mi linda Marianela, no te vayas de mí. Culpables son tus ojos que me hicieron feliz. Mi linda Marianela, no te vayas de mí. Culpables son tus ojos que me hicieron feliz. Mi linda Marianela, no te vayas de mí. Culpables son tus
Mi Teresita, ven, oye mi corazón. Mi Teresita, ven, te canta de mi amor. Sin poder verte, aguantarte, tenerte muy cerca a mí. Nada tendría importancia, sería imposible vivir. Teresa, eres tú, que me quieres así. Mi Teresita, ven, que no puedo sin ti, mis brazos tiemblan de dulce dolor. Mi Teresita, ven, toma mi amor. Mi Teresita, ven, oye mi corazón. Mi Teresita, ven, te canta de mi amor. Sin poder verte, aguantarte, tenerte muy cerca a mí. Nada tendría importancia, sería imposible vivir. Teresa, eres tú, que me tienes así. Mi Teresita, ven, que no puedo sin ti. Mis brazos tiemblan de dulce dolor. Mi Teresita, ven, toma mi amor. Teresita, tan bonita. 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 Teresita, tan bonita.
Tan bonita. Sí. Okay. Methinks we've solved our technical issues. I saw that there was a significant dislocation of the right channel of our 1/8" input. And yeah, we should be rocking and rolling now. You know, I did have, while I was doing the character, I did have like an internal complete nervous breakdown. But I've been getting really a lot better at just kind of keeping it in and kind of playing through it, you know, kind of performing through it, as it were, so that I can just kind of like, it's almost like my inner, kind of inner layer is just holding its breath and dying, and then the outside of me is just like looks normal. So I don't know how I do that, but I just somehow figure it out in the moment, and I just do it. And I never show any pain. I never show any sign of weakness, ever. Ever. What is that from The Sandlot? Ever. But listen, you all are a sophisticated audience, all three of you listening to my monthly Monday show. All 4.5 of you are very sophisticated people, and that's why you're here today. So I want to pat you on the back. Actually, why don't you go ahead and extend your own hand around your neck and shoulder and pat yourself on the back. Energetically speaking, you don't have to physically do it. For being here, because it means something. And I'm not saying that abstractly, like, oh, it means something. It really means something. Like, no, well, what the fuck? What does it mean? Like, it means something. I'll tell you what it means. It means you're insane and weird and awesome. And that's what's happening on these Monday morning vibe hours with Samer, is that we're, you know, a little bit throwing caution to the wind, and we're playing music from all over the world every month, and we're getting into difficult music at this present moment, and I fear for you and your ears and your mentality. Good luck here. I hope you can handle this. Let me know in the chat. Oh my god. really just don't like Frank Zappa. You know, I just don't, I mean, I don't get it. You know, and I don't like it, you know, because I don't, well, I guess that if I don't get it, then how can I like it? I guess that's what I'm saying, you know. I don't know. It just kind of like it's just like so much, just like so much going on, you know. It's just like there's too much going on with that Zappa. What is he like? Why? Why is he like so? He's just he's weird. He's so weird, you know. He's just like so weird. Zappa. Zappa's so weird. I don't really get it, you know. It just needs to be like more straightforward. Like, why don't you just write like a straightforward lyric and like AC/DC, baby. God bless you guys for staying here. I love you so much. I think that the maybe what's I don't know what's going on, but it feels like the digital stuff is coming through a lot thinner and shittier. Maybe that's just, am I being dumb here? Am I being stupid? Probably. Maybe it's just the reality that vinyl fucking rules again and sounds incredible, and digital and it's just, I don't know. It's missing a lot of oomph at the moment. And I don't know why that is. Because it never struck me this directly in the past when I would go from one to the other. But, you know, life shows you new things every day, you know what I mean? And they make me really uncomfortable, these new things. And I run away from them as fast as I can. And I, you know, vow to never return. Except for the next hour and a half, I will stay here and face my fears. I will stay here and face my fears. And I know just the kind of song that would just like lift my spirits right now. I know just the kind of song that would do that. And if you guess it, I will give you $1 trillion. I will owe you my life for the rest of my life with $1 trillion on top as a cherry on top of my life that I owe. If you guess the next song, you have a 1 in 0 chance of guessing it. Yeah, allergy season. Yeah. Did someone ask me if I had a cold or something like that? I mean, I did. I think it's still leaving the body. Thank God. Praise Allah. Thank Yahweh. Okay, now that you've put in your guesses for the next song, here it is. If you got this right, I am screwed.
la ladrona que me robó el corazón que yo guardaba para mañana. ¿Por qué razón, sin consultar, me hiciste amar lo que en la vida me enamoré de ti? Mi corazón es delicado, tiene que estar muy bien cuidado, trátalo bien. Si lo has robado, mírame, quiéreme, bésame, mímame.
Mi corazón es delicado, tiene que estar muy bien cuidado, trátalo bien. Si lo has robado, mírame, quiéreme, bésame, mímame.
Eres la ladrona que me robó el corazón que yo guardaba para mañana. ¿Por qué razón, sin consultar, me hiciste amar lo que en la vida me enamoré de ti? Mi corazón es delicado, tiene que estar muy bien cuidado, trátalo bien. Si lo has robado, mírame, quiéreme, bésame, mímame.
Mi corazón es delicado, tiene que estar muy bien cuidado, trátalo bien. Si lo has robado, mírame, quiéreme, bésame, mímame.
Mucho amor.
Baila la cumbia, sabrosa.
Mi corazón es delicado, tiene que estar muy bien cuidado, trátalo bien. Si lo has robado, mírame, quiéreme, bésame, mímame.
Mi corazón es delicado, tiene que estar muy bien cuidado, trátalo bien. Si lo has robado, mírame, quiéreme, bésame, mímame.
Y con ustedes, el sabor.
La naranja nació verde, el tiempo la amarilló. La naranja nació verde, el tiempo la amarilló. Tan bonita, tan señora y tan buena para mí. Tan bonita, tan señora y tan buena para mí.
Dame la naranja, mi amor, dame la naranja, mi amor, dame la naranja que quiero gozar. Dame la naranja, mi amor, dame la naranja, mi amor, dame la naranja que quiero gozar.
No one will ever convince me that being in this rhythm section wouldn't be the best time that you were currently having.
Dicen que las penas matan, las penas no matan, no. Dicen que las penas matan, las penas no matan, no. Y si las penas mataran, ya me hubiera muerto yo. Y si las penas mataran, ya
I feel like, well, I mean, so y'all know I work in what we call sound healing. I work, it's where my career has, found itself. But having come from, just a life as a music enthusiast and a world music lover and a percussionist, drummer, and, like it's not luckily lost on me that this is like it. It's not. I know we get into this interesting space of like, science and numbers and frequencies and all this stuff, but like what's I just want to frame this the right way. Like this music, it makes you wiggle and dance. And so, like, if you were to infuse just, for the, to kind of like understand what I'm trying to get at here is like, just you put this music in your life, 40% of your day is like, you know what I mean, painted with this kind of a music. Like, what's hard to understand about how effective that would be in keeping you happy? Like, am I missing something? Like, it's so bright and fun, and it's just like it's so obvious. So sometimes I'm like a little bit weirded out at how I notice that we're making it extra hard on ourselves to like chase some solution when you've already had like 8,000 iterations presented to you all the time. And you just failed to kind of pick up on any of them. And now you're like on YouTube looking for like healing frequencies and stuff. I'm like, okay. I mean, that's good too. Whatever works is good, But I just think like, don't forget all the basics that you've always known about, right? Like this works. You're not feeling good? How about now? Like what could be wrong when this is going on? Oh my God. So, wow. If you can play music, you can dance to music, listen to music like that, and just kind of put it in your soul, so to speak. Put it inside your body. Put it in your memory. Put it in the memory of your body. And, like, keep it there. Like, even if it's not playing, you can still think about it and remember that feeling. So this is kind of the vibe that after 7 or 8 years now of working in healing arts and using sound, gongs, voice, bells, and I've been doing this for a long time now. For me, at least, feels quite long. And yeah, this is what I have to say at this point. In 10 years, I'll say maybe something else. But at this point, it's like, yeah, it's all there. And I think sometimes it's a matter of just kind of admitting, like, hey, that works. That feels great. Let me just stay with that for a while. You know what I mean? And then just let it do its work casually and progressively over time. It's not going to, these things, sometimes we just want to jump to the end, and get healed and get fixed. It's like, no, dude, just stay with this good vibe today. Let it accumulate in your system like like a supplement, you know. And then once you've gotten enough of the happy drug of cumbia music, you know, maybe you listen to it put yourself on like a month-long program. You know, that's part of like that's like part of your therapy program. And just get it every day for like a month or 2 months. Unsolicited advice, but like it really, I mean, just letting you know, Goat Lad wants you to know. Or like, if you have like intense feelings, right? Grief, anxiety, and things like that. So I would say, go with like classical Indian music. You know what I mean? Pick the form that sort of captures what you're feeling, but also lifts it. You know, takes it into like a cleaner, clear space. And that's it. So there you go. Okay. Okay. See you in 4 years when you're healed. Okay. Any questions? I guess since that my sort of program today was not exactly what I was thinking it would be, I'm riffing and chatting and stuff, and then, I don't know. I like it. I hope you guys like it. Play some more vinyl, talk a little bit, play a little bit. Cumbia.
Son los sentimientos de mi corazón.
I'm happier than the morning sun, and that's the way you said that it would be. If I should ever bring you inside my life, I'm happier than the morning sun, and that's the way you said that it would be. If I should ever bring you inside my life, all of my life I was alone, didn't think I'd find my part. But now I see there's joy inside your heart. Every day I search for the star that never was in the sky, and now I see this star is on the earth, and I am happier than the morning sun, and that's the way you said that's what you told me. If I gave you a chance to come inside my life, I am happier than the morning sun, and that's the way it will always be. Ever since the day you came inside my life. Dun, 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 dun. I love you. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. I love you.
You gotta sing that part. If I should ever bring you inside my life, happier than the morning sun, good.
I love you.
I mean, that's it.
Happier than the morning sun. That's the way you said it. That's what you told me. If I should ever bring you inside my life. Happier than stars above. Stars above. That's the way you said that. That's what you told me. If I should ever bring you inside of my life, I believe that everyone should be happier than the morning sun. Happier than the morning sun.
So,
Happier than the morning
did you all see the documentary, The Greatest Night in Pop? I love how when I say pop, I clearly like popped the mic there. Thank you very much. So, did anyone see that documentary? My goodness. It's not like unsung hero exactly, but Stevie Wonder. In that, you know, if you're really like, you know, paying attention, you see how like critical he's kind of like the, I mean, it's kind of obvious and stuff, but he's sort of like the priest of pop musicians. And not to, you know, belabor the sort of spiritual, you know, kind of aspect in this conversation, but he's this rock, and he's so natural, so connected. It's almost like he's the tallest figure in the room, like energetically. And I don't know if you've seen it, but check it out if you haven't seen it. I won't spoil it, but you really ought to see this film. Of course, it's about the making of that track "We Are the World." Unbelievable. Maybe for me, the coolest part about it was that my son suggested we watch it. I was like, I don't know if I want to watch that. And he's like, this could be cool, Dad. So we threw it on. I mean, definitely a very important piece of music history. Cyndi Lauper, you know, Bruce. Prince's kind of involvement is hilarious. Bob Dylan. So I won't say any more, but you'll get why I brought it up. You know, Stevie, he has so much ease of access to the world of love through music. It's just mind-blowing. It's just mind-blowing. So, you know what I mean? If you ever need like a hint, you know, like, how do I do this? How do I... I'm not sure how to feel good, you know, about something or myself or somebody. Well, just fucking put on some Stevie Wonder and start to ask yourself, what will it take to get myself to feel this way? How can I do this? You know, he's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. The connection, the heart connection. It's mind-blowing. He should get like some sort of Guinness record for the longest sustained, like, you know, sense of love in music. Woo! I'd just be like cheering for him as he got that award. I mean, he has it. In my mind, that's the award he has. Stevie has that award. He will always have it. So, yeah, bonkers. Bonkers level achievement there from Stevie Wonder. So, I don't know. What do you say we should do next? I don't know. What should we do? What do you think we should do next?
Vámonos.
conocí un domingo,
Domingo, domingo,
y nos enamoramos.
domingo a domingo,
La conocí un domingo,
domingo, domingo,
y nos enamoramos.
domingo a domingo,
Y todas las mañanas muriéndonos de ganas que vuele la semana y volvernos a ver. Y luego cuando llega el día domingo lo paso muy contento juntito con mi amor.
a misa en las mañanas,
Cinema por la tarde
después vamos al parque,
y luego cha cha cha.
paseo en las mañanas,
Cinema por la tarde
después vamos al parque,
y luego ja ja ja. Por eso es que me gusta el día domingo, porque todo el domingo lo paso con mi amor. La conocí un domingo
domingo, domingo,
y nos enamoramos.
domingo a domingo,
La conocí un domingo
domingo, domingo,
y nos enamoramos.
domingo a domingo,
Y todas las mañanas muriéndonos de ganas que vuele la semana y volvernos a ver. Y luego cuando llega el día domingo lo paso muy contento juntito con mi amor.
a misa en las mañanas,
Cinema por la tarde
después vamos al parque,
y luego cha cha cha.
paseo en las mañanas,
Cinema por la tarde
después vamos al parque.
y luego
All right.
ja ja ja. Por eso es
If
que
you were in
me
this band,
gusta el día domingo,
which instrument you
porque
playing?
todo el domingo lo paso con mi amor. Bonito el domingo,
Lo paso con mi amor,
qué rico el domingo,
lo paso con mi amor,
qué bueno el domingo.
lo paso con mi amor,
Because I think I'm playing bass in this band.
Domingo,
lo paso con
You know,
bonito
the road less traveled for me.
lo paso con mi amor,
Listen to this
qué
bass line.
rico domingo,
lo paso con mi amor.
qué lindo.
Like, I feel like I could do it. You know, achievable and so fun. On we go. Anybody familiar with Hubert Laws? I'm hesitant to play off this laptop because it just doesn't sound good compared to these records. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this. Hubert Laws, flautist, fantastic flautist. Check him out. You know, his best of record is fine to start with or anything like that. So I had a couple of Hubert Laws tracks. They're all like 8 minutes though. I don't know if I'm going to play them. I don't know. But I think, yeah, I'm going to try to chase down some more like cumbia music and music from Central America, South America for these warmer months coming up. I just kind of feel like that's the kind of music to play. You know, all the electrons are, you know, speeding up. You know, the heat makes everything lubricated out there in the world of physics, so we got to just pick up the tempo a little bit, you know. But that said, there's a lot of ways to look at tempo, even in music that feels, you know, slowed down and more weighted. There can be things inside that music that really hit the right clip for some of us, like, you know, so it's all relative, I guess what I'm saying. There's really no point in me saying any of this. I don't know why I keep talking. I just... Ooh.
يا هموم الحب يا قبل في بحار الشوق تغتسل يا هموم الحب يا قبل في بحار الشوق تغتسل كلما قلنا صفى زمن رجعت كالريح تشتاق تشتعلوا يا هموم الحب يا قبل في بحار الشوق تغتسل كلما قلنا صفى زمن رجعت كالريح تشتعل أي هذا القلب كيف لنا هرب من خطوه الملل أي هذا القلب كيف لنا هرب من خطوه الملل أيدوم الحب تسألني حلوة جنت بها السبل أي هذا القلب كيف لنا هرب من خطوه الملل أيدوم الحب تسألني حلوة جنت بها السبل يظل الروض مبتسما ويطول البوح والخجل يظل الروض مبتسما ويطول البوح والخجل وأنا لا علم لي وغدي كل يوم بات يرتجل يظل الروض مبتسما ويطول البوح والخجل وأنا لا علم لي وغدي كل يوم بات يرتجل هات لي عمري فأجعله طائرا في الأرض ينتقل هات لي عمري فأجعله طائرا في الأرض ينتقل هات لي عمري فأجعله طائرا في الأرض ينتقل أنا يوم البعد أغنية تأخذ الدنيا وترتحل
I mean, what just even happened? What just even happened? What do you do with that? It's like, where do you go from there? It's almost frustrating. That's how good it is, you know. And that's right. Someone in the chat said bless. I'm like, yeah, Cassandra Cassenharp. Exactly. It's like it's too good. It's so good. We're just gonna turn the rest of this show into like a Feyruz celebration, I guess, or something like that. You know, we'll see. See what happens.
سهرتي وتعبتي وشلتي من عمري ليالي ولسه برضه دلوقتي تحملي الهم ببالي زمان سهرتي وتعبتي وشلتي من عمري ليالي ولسه برضه دلوقتي تحملي الهم ببالي
أنا وتسهري وتباتي تفكري أنا وتسهري وتباتي تفكري وتسندي للأمان وتيجي تشقري يا ربي خليكي
يا أمي يا ست الحبايب يا حبيبة يا حبيبة
يا حبيبة
حبيبة تعيشي ليا يا حبيبتي يا أمي ويدوم لي رضاكي أنا روحي من روحك انتي وعايشة من سر دعاكي تعيشي ليا يا حبيبتي يا أمي ويدوم لي رضاكي أنا روحي من روحك انتي وعايشة من سر دعاكي
بتحسي بفرحتي قبل الهنا بسنة بتحسي بفرحتي قبل الهنا بسنة وتحسي بشكوتي من قبل ما أحس أنا يا ربي خليكي
يا أمي يا ست الحبايب يا حبيبة يا حبيبة
يا حبيبة
حبيبة لو عشت طول عمري أوفي جمايلي الغالية عليا أجيب من عمري يكفي ولاقي في الأغلى هدية لو عشت طول عمري أوفي جمايلي الغالية عليا أجيب من عمري يكفي ولاقي في الأغلى هدية
نور عيني ومهجتي وحياتي ودنيتي نور عيني ومهجتي وحياتي ودنيتي لو ترضي تداليهم كلهم تهديتي يا ربي خليكي
يا أمي يا ست الحبايب يا حبيبة يا حبيبة
يا حبيبة
حبيبة ست الحبايب يا حبيبة يا أغلى من روحي ودمي يا حنينة وكل طيبة يا ربي خليكي يا أمي
ربي خليكي
يا أمي يا ست الحبايب يا حبيبة يا حبيبة حبيبة
Oh yeah. That's how you end a track. You kind of put like a big old tag on it, just boom. You know, just as that track was wrapping up, I see there's a small group of people outside enjoying the sunlight, getting their vitamin D for the day. And one of them's wearing this neon shirt that I recognized. And it's the Making Time Philly shirt. And it's coming up. Tickets on sale September at Fort Mifflin, which is a incredible historic site and a ghost hunting, you know, territory for ghost hunters, if that's what you're into. But every year, I don't know for how many years now, but for at least few years, Dave P, the infamous, you know, the godfather of Philly and international transcendence in dance music and techno time, has been organizing this festival every year in September at Fort Mifflin in Pennsylvania. And I've been lucky enough to be part of it for the past 3 years. And I'm going back this September. And so you'll find me outside. I bring my gongs and I do like a transcendental sound bath. That's what Dave likes to call it, and it always cracks me up and makes me feel good because it's funny because we spell it trance, as in like trance music. It's hilarious. And so I'll be there. Tons of amazing artists, musicians. Like, it's nuts. The lineup is so good. So it's 3 days, multiple stages, indoors, outdoors. The Lot Radio obviously is going to be there. I don't need to shout out the Lot Radio, okay? The Lot Radio, they're there every year. Francois goes. They set up an amazing lineup of DJs. There's live acts. It's really fun. So you can come to the Lot Radio and buy tickets and bypass the service fee. I don't know what that is these days with these things, but you can buy day passes, weekend passes. You can save a bit of money. So, I'm excited about it. Could be my 4th year. I'm going to play on Friday evening, like outdoors in this like garden area. So it'll be nice. And just always look forward to it. I figured, Dave asked me, he's like, well, what day would you prefer? And I thought, I took a beat and I was like, I think Friday. Because that just to kind of lubricate and loosen up, whatever stuff's coming off of the week. People are coming in with whatever, their whole week's worth of trauma. So it's like you can go just hit up the sound bath and just go like, like that. And then just start to go hard, the right way at all the other stages. So you can look at it like that, or you can look at it however you want. You can go just do a bunch of acid and come and lie down in front of me and I'll play gongs. And you'll go, oh my God, it all makes sense now. And I'll go, yeah, doesn't it? And then a week later, you'll be like, what made sense? I can't remember. I can't seem to find it. I'm like, yeah, dummy. That's exactly how it works. It'll make sense if you can enjoy that. Anyways, how y'all doing? So nice to spend this sunny Monday morning. Hope y'all are good. I don't know, I wish I could like kind of see out into, where you're at, what you're doing. Are you at work? Are you at home? Are you walking around? Like, what do you like about this show? Why are you here? Why are you still here? I know why you're here. I know. It's obvious. It's obvious why you're here. So obvious.
اعتذرت أو لظلمت إن لم تعذري لو تعلمين بما أجن من الهوى لعذرت أو لظلمت إن لم تعذري لا تحسبي أني هجرتك طائعا لا تحسبي أني هجرتك طائعا حدث لعمرك رائع أن تهجري لو تعلمين بما أجن من الهوى لعذرت أو لظلمت إن لم تعذري ما أنت والوعد الذي تعدينني ما أنت والوعد الذي تعدينني إلا كبرق سحابة لم تمطري ما أنت والوعد الذي تعدينني إلا كبرق سحابة لم تمطري لو تعلمين بما أجن من الهوى لو تعلمين بما أجن من الهوى لعذرت أو لظلمت إن لم تعذري
Just golden voice. What should we, I mean, does Fairuz have like a nickname? You know, like I think they call Kulthum like the queen of Arabic music. What do they call Fairuz? You know, I know they call Alabama the Crimson Tide, and they call that character from that Steely Dan song Deacon Blues. But what do they call Fairuz? Because I would call her like Golden Lady. Maybe that's a good Stevie Wonder tie-in, right? She has that voice it feels like you're just listening to gold. You know, it's the most beautiful sounding voice. Wow. And the funny thing, for me at least, is like, I couldn't listen to her and enjoy it that much for whatever reason when I was younger. Fairuz would come on, I would kind of be like, I was like, she's hamming it too much. Like it's too emotional, or it's too nice sounding or something. I would always listen to like Warda or Kulthum or someone with a little more like rage, you know, a little more grit. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm good with that. That's what I want. But now, I don't know. It's, you know, the algae has bloomed in my heart. And the microplastics have smoothed out all the gaps in my veins. And Fairuz just goes down like a fine 12-year arak. If y'all know what I'm saying. She's a she's a nice aged licorice liqueur. And yeah, I'm just I don't know. I'm debating whether to play some Kishori Amunkar. What do y'all think? Or should we just keep going with the Fairuz? Just those like silky lines. Just I don't know. I can't get enough of them. I just don't know what's on this record. Like we could just kind of tap. Let's just like tap in and see what it sounds like. We'll make a decision. Okay, that sounds great. All right. I mean, we gotta really take a minute here. Oh, that truck just. So, the spaces, the intervals, and the slides and the bends that she's, doing. I think it's maybe common to this region, but we don't hear it a lot in our day to day. And I really want to harp on this, like Alice, that I think this is critical to expanding, our musical worlds, and therefore this sort of what we would call our spiritual experience. She's bending and playing with intervals and like intonations that we don't find in Western music as part of like, the main sort of canon of the way we use the chromatic scale and so on. And so we're gifted an acoustic experience that's kind of hitherto, less perceived. So that right there is educational. It's opening. It's showing something new. And then, her delivery, her personality, the sound, the texture and timbre of her voice, plus these like intervals and the melodic sort of chase that's happening. It's kind of, again, it's like introducing us to an emotional world that we might not have tapped into before through music. So like I can't stress enough how important I think it is to put music on like this and just let it kind of wash over you like a sound bath. Okay, it's a sound bath. And just let those feelings kind of like see, what's percolating up out of you. And slowly you become, one with that language. And then that's it. Life is changed forever. And I think this is why after years of listening to all the music I listen to and playing a lot of music, this is why it kind of made sense to me to like move into like gong playing, because they're kind of on the outer fringes of like abstraction of sound. There's so many frequencies, there's so much bending, there's so much Doppler effect. Like they're so hard to pin down, and they're so expressive, and also so kind of like, I don't know if the muddled is the word, but like they don't like to be identifiable. They're very like sort of transparent, or like almost personalityless in a way. And I think being in those acoustic spaces is really, really rich and really helpful. As far as like going going out of what we know and then kind of approaching like these other spaces. They might be dark, they might be bright, they might be this, that, or the other. They could just feel like a meditation. You could sleep better, you could, and so on. So that's kind of the lesson of today, is there's this connection between new kinds of music, Eastern musics, Middle Eastern musics, any other kind of music besides like just what we hear mostly in advertisements and, you know, maybe what we're used to. And then there's this whole other way of like opening. And if you just, continue opening, you just, eventually you've just become this open ear and this sort of like very accepting kind of gracious like presence. That's kind of what I figured out through trial and error. But I haven't figured out anything, to be honest. I barely know what I'm talking about. And it's just fun to ponder and postulate and percolate. Feyruz. Oh my God. What can you say? Thank God for Feyruz. What can you say? Listen, guys, you'd really hate me, but I'm going to admit this. I was going to come on the Lot Radio today and play Billy the Mountain, which is like a 24-minute track by Frank Zappa and the Mothers. It features the lead singers of the Turtles. I was going to play it because I don't think I've played it on the radio, and it's one of my favorite, like, weird, bits of, like, rock and roll, like, comedy music. It's so funny. My kids love it. Rima really loves it. And it's been like a little bit of like a bonding track. It's so funny, so outrageous. But instead of playing it, I'm just telling you that I was going to play it. I'll play it next time. And let's keep going with this whole thing of like new frequencies, new vibrations. I'm just teasing. I have to tease. Cyber carpets. I'm curious, before I play this track, what the hell's in the chat? Oh my God. Oh, we're talking about saunas. Oh, you're still waiting for Back in Black, dude. I can't believe you're still here. God, Manchego. How do you know Manchego? That's like the secret cheese. I love this chat, you guys. This is so funny. Saunas. Oh, God, I love saunas. I don't know what happened, but I recently had a huge breakthrough with the cold plunge. All right. So for all of you like who are yet to do the cold plunge, I get it. It's hard. I hated it, and I didn't want to do it. And I always thought, like, there's no fucking way I'm going to cold plunge. That's insane. All I can say is it definitely gets easier. You do it first time. Definitely go in a sauna. Go somewhere really hot. Get sweaty and uncomfortable. And then you're going to want to get in the ice water because you're overheating. And then just see, 20 seconds, it's fine. 30 seconds, it's fine. And it hurts and it's annoying. And then, the next time. Okay, so the key with the cold plunge, you have to do like rigorous, like aggressive deep breathing. That's all. That's it. And if you're already comfortable with that kind of a thing, you're going to be okay in the cold plunge. But if you can really like strongly breathe, slowly, like very deliberate, like that, like very strong, you'll be good in the cold plunge. Because the cold plunge is going to sort of kick your butt. But if you breathe like as intensely as the feeling of how cold it is, try to think of it like that, you can stay in there for a really long time. You just have to keep doing the deep breaths, like very super big in, super strong out, super strong in. It's great. That's the little, Just gave you a cheat code for cold plunging. And then you do the cold plunge, and then you go out, you get back in the hot thing, overheat, sweat, back in the cold plunge. It's like, I only just recently figured this out, and it's never too late. You know, so I'm sharing my secrets, and all the bathhouses are going to thank me for this. Except they're not. I don't care. So let's listen at least a little bit to Kishori Amonkar. I've probably played this before on the radio. It doesn't matter. She's incredible. One of my favorite vocalists, one of my favorite musicians. I don't know what would have happened if I ever met her, but I kind of figure she's like a very particular kind of personality, like maybe hard to, break through. I kind of feel like she's a very guarded kind of person for probably the right reasons. So, Kishori Amonkar, one of my favorite vocalists from India. And we're going to listen to this, just consider the whole thing about new intervals, new bends, new spaces in acoustics, and how that's not just something that's of musical use and experience, but just it's like a tangent or like an element, like a tentacle of experiencing or expanding how we can get in touch with things that might be a little bit weird and new and different. It's music has a really nice way of presenting that possibility, sound. I dare say, the best. Making Time, 2025, Fort Mifflin. Transcendental Gong Bath, Friday night. I'll see you all there. There probably is a shuttle bus or two. I imagine Dave's gonna figure that out. I don't know where it's at now, but I'll text him later and then I'll announce it in 1 month's time, back on the Lot Radio. Let's see what Mama Amonkar has to say about life. Don't forget you can sing along at home. The best part. Wow. High noon. So, what a great 2 hours. Thank you, everybody. Lots of fun. We got to hear Xander's thoughts on the world of local economics. And who do we have next? We have Sasha? Sasha and who? Mike Midnight and Sasha. And it's nice to meet Sasha here because she does cool things in life. And and it's just great. All the things she does that I don't know about they do. Anyways. Yeah. All right. Well, have a great set, you guys. And see you guys in a month.